Hi Scorpio, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. Happy New Year, happy January 2025. This reading is going to be looking at the astrological energies of the month of January. We have a big month, Scorpio. 2025 is said to be one of the biggest years that we have had in quite a while. A lot of astrologers are comparing it to 2020, if not bigger, just because we have big movement of planets changing signs later on in the spring. But this month we still have Mars retrograde. It is in Leo at the top of the month, but it will move into Cancer in a few days. The nodes are changing. So now instead of Aries and Libra, we will now have the nodes in Pisces and Virgo. We also have a lot of movement with Pluto in Aquarius. We have Mercury conjunct Pluto at a time. We also have the Sun conjunct Pluto. This is going to be big energy we haven't experienced before. And we have a lunar new year, year of the wood snake. And at the end of the month, Uranus moves direct in Taurus. So lots of fixed energy, Scorpio. So I've been telling the other fixed signs, this will be a big month for you all as Aquarius and Taurus have those big placements. So let's go week by week. I have all of the information down in the description box below. You start off January right out the gate with the Knight of Swords, ready to go, Scorpio, as well as the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Second week finds you with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Ace of Swords also in reverse. Third week of January finds you with the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy here, major arcana, as well as the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Last week of January finds you with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, Scorpio, and the King of Cups also in reverse. So lots going on in the reversal area, Scorpio. So this could be that you are not letting go of some challenges that maybe you have been having, or possibly the energies are one in which you are not using them to your benefit. So we will look at that in a little bit, but let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send you a card representing the energy that you brought out of 2024 and into 2025. Spirit, if you can send me a card for Scorpio. And you have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Now, I think it's interesting that you have this Ten of Swords and you have this Nine of Swords, as well as this Knight, this Ace, this Queen. Lots of air energy here, Scorpio. And so back in 2024, this Ten of Swords is supposed to be this energy of letting go, mentally being able to move on, saying, you know what, what's done is done, I'm moving on. But with it in reverse, this is suggesting, Scorpio, that you are having challenges moving on. There's something that you're not able to move past, and mentally you're getting stuck. And Spirit is telling you that during January, this is going to be a month for you to work on releasing from last year and moving on from all of this mental anguish that you have been putting yourself through. And I do think that that Knight of Swords is one of the few cards. I'm actually looking at all your cards. It's the only card that is upright, which is suggesting swift movement, being able to move past what you have been experiencing possibly back in 2024 and not putting so much emphasis on whatever that mental challenge was. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send you an oracle message. Spirit, if you can send my Scorpios an oracle message for the month of January. And you have moving on. So what did I just say about the Knight of Swords? Swift movement, needing to move on, not putting so much emphasis on the dark side of where you came, and wanting to move forward into the light. And I do think that this is a challenge for Scorpios. I will tell you, Scorpios and Aquariuses, I definitely have this mental energy of wanting to hold on to things, not being able to put them in the past. So I am telling you, Scorpio, that this month and year will move forward in a lot smoother fashion if you can learn to move on. And so I'm so happy to see that Spirit sent that card for you, because I do think that that is going to be one of your biggest challenges in January, because all these reversals is suggesting that you're having a challenge moving forward. So let's go week by week, see what happened. Let's see what other energy happens here with Spirit. So January 2nd, Mercury leaves retrograde shadow, as well as Venus enters Pisces. Also, Mars retrograde opposes Pluto on the 3rd. So this is be cautious here. Be careful of accidents, heated tension. I do think this Wheel of Fortune could suggest some unfortunate news, or possibly you needing to look at the brighter side of things and not focus only on the fixed energy of like, oh, this can't change, it's always going to be like this, like getting out of that mindset. I do think that by the time you get to the 6th, when Mars retrograde enters Cancer, and then a few days later on the 8th, Mercury enters Capricorn, this could be better conversations around goals and what you need to do. And I do feel like you need to use that Knight of Swords in a productive way, but make sure you're not going into things just all, guns a-blazing and not thinking about the outcome, okay? Now, I do think by the time you get to the 2nd week of the month, Scorpio, this is when we have the 9 of Swords in reverse, as well as the Ace of Swords also in reverse. So this is suggesting for many of you all, you could be getting over some tension from the past, some mental anguish. The 9 of Swords in reverse is actually a very positive sign, meaning like you are moving forward. And that Cancer full moon on the 13th could highlight an area of your life where you're not so in your feelings. Possibly you have some culmination point at this Cancer full moon and you realize, you know what, I've been putting too much energy on that person, or I've been putting too much energy on things I can't change. Ace of Swords in reverse does suggest new ideas are coming, new clarity is coming, but you're going to have to be open to the information. And I do think also on the 13th, when the Sun and Capricorn trines Uranus and Taurus, this could be positive change around your finances or routine, banking, that type of thing. So that's really good to see that 2nd week of the month. And I think this is also helping you with the moving on that Spirit is trying to get you to do. Now, by the time you get to the 3rd week of January, we have this Temperance card, which is Sagittarian energy, as well as the Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, I will tell you, by the time we get to the 19th of the month, this is when the Sun enters Aquarius. During this time, I do think that the fixed signs are going to start feeling a lot of the Pluto and Aquarius energy a lot more. The Sun in Aquarius. We have the 21st Sun conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. So this is like karmic events, group resources. With this Queen of Swords and Temperance card, it feels like you all are not focusing on balance, and you're actually more fixated on either someone has this huge announcement around you, or someone is being very authoritative and you're not able to balance like this information with like your personal information. So I do think around that time when the Sun is conjunct Pluto, just watch your temper, but also watch how people act around you. I do think that by the time we get to the 27th, when Mercury enters Aquarius, conversations could get more group oriented, and therefore this tension could clear up a little bit. And then on the 28th, we do have Venus entering retrograde shadow, okay? Now, Scorpio, by the time we end the month with this King and this 10 of Cups, if these are both upright, this is like really happy information. Possibly the head of your family has some really good information, but these are both in reverse. And the 29th of the month is a big day for the collective, okay? We have an Aquarius new moon. So we already had all this Pluto in Aquarius energy. We have Mercury has already entered Aquarius. On the 29th, we have this new moon. So that's the Sun and the moon both in Aquarius. And it's now the start of the lunar new year of the wood snake. On the 29th, we also have the nodes changing of the moon. So no longer in Aries and Libra, moving into Pisces and Virgo. On the 29th, we also have Mercury conjunct conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. Big conversations, big information coming out. I do think that 10 of Cups and King of Cups both in reverse is suggesting you all emotionally are not where you would like to be. I think that there's some kind of family tension or conversations that could come out around this Mercury conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, and it could take some time to come out because remember, Pluto is a very slow moving planet. So I feel like January is like the setup for months to follow. And I feel like this King of Cups and 10 of Cups, if you're having any kind of tension in your relationship, in your family, with groups of people that you consider your family, really take some time and figure out, is it warranted? Make sure you're not jumping to conclusions. I will say on the 30th, we do have Uranus direct in Taurus. So this is out of the blue conversations around your resources, your job, your money. So that could also affect, I was telling Libra that this could also be like the stock market crashes, or there's just something big in the collective that comes out, maybe something in the government or something around that. So just watch this energy this month. I think moving on is going to be your best bet, Scorpio, trying to get out of the rut of worrying about what happened back in 2024 and more concentrating on your new aspirations that you want for this year. So overall, Scorpio, you all are used to having some challenging energy. You all always handle it like a champ. I will say this month, the biggest energy for you is just getting past all of the old mental baggage. So I hope this was helpful, Scorpio. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series, and I'll talk to you later.